Hey. Hey, how are you? Ooh, I bet it'll look good if I turn on this lamp. So, let me explain that to you. Um, I got this brain. I got this brain. It don't quit. It just don't quit. And I had a hunch one day. I mean, it took me 34 years to have a hunch about something that's been on my mind my whole life. It's the aquarium. That's the aquarium. It's the hang on the back filter. Enough water has evaporated from my little cube that now it's rather loud. All right, let me adjust to this. All right, I'm adjusted. Okay. I remember when I discovered clay. I was 5 years old at Land of Pines. And what a weekend. Wow, that was what a weekend. In the creek, my dad introduced me to clay, and walking through the campground, and it's a little campground, but just walking through like the main part of it, I found the coolest piece of petrified pine. I wonder if it's right here. It's not right here. All right, I mean, I want to show it to you real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, maybe not real quick. I mean, this isn't a quick thing. I'm hoping this is my rock basket. I'm hoping I didn't send it to my wife. I don't think I would have sent her that. Look at this piece of chert that I found when I was a kid. I love rocks. I mean, I can't talk to you about rocks right now. I'm gonna forget why I started talking to you to begin with. I love rocks. I don't know where it is. You know, I'm like, I try not to be a sentimental guy, but I might have sent it to my wife after she left me and moved back to Georgia. I mean, because I was trying to maintain a connection with her, you know, because we had started talking and we reconciled. And then she quit talking to me in January because I ran one of my acoustic demos through Suno. And she said, AI! And then she quit talking to me. All right. Anyway. Let me put this back. What were we talking about again? Clay. You know what a rock is? It's just freaking hard clay. Essentially, right? You know what clay is? It's just a freaking soft rock. So, what you getting at, Julian? I collected clay from the beach. Two types. The first from mounds made by ghost shrimp, which they burrow, up to 3 feet underground, and then they leave above the sand this tower, this tubular tower of clay with a negative ionic charge. Okay, so what I did is I harvested it and I smushed it all together. Although really, I guess I shouldn't have, because then I had to break it apart, because then it had to dry. All right, so It would have been next time. I'll just let it dry in its little tubular towers. But anyway, I dried it, broke it up, put it in the oven, and I baked it for a while to kill whatever kind of living stuff could be in it. Because I'm not trying to infect myself. And then, what's the like most perspicacious word for this? I don't know. Frank, really, I hate when people use big words just to sound perspicacious. So clay, it goes on wet, as you know. But when it dries, there is a mechanical thing happening where the negatively charged clay is drawing things out of the skin. It could be dry sebum, which is the oil that comes out of your skin. It could be dirt. It could be fiberglass. It could be poison. Anything with a positive charge will be drawn out by the clay. It's like a suction cup. It's awesome. And then I took it. I don't know what it's called, but you know where it's like a bowl. You got like a bowl and then a round thing, and then you do that powder stuff. I did that to it, and then I put it in a. Oh, let me go get it. Let me go get it. This is just one jar of it. I just poured it out. Oh my gosh, I just poured it out all over my surface and my floor. Okay, anyway, and that one has, it's beautiful. And it has a little bit of ashes in it. Okay? Potash, they say. Potassium. This makes it go on smooth. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about it. I'm going to tell you about 2 applications of clay. I used it on myself and on my son. What it did for my son was that he has molluscum pox on his back, on his shoulder. Okay? And the doctor told his mom, there's nothing we could do. Big, ugly bubbles of pus that he was so afraid of being touched because it could pop and run down his back and spread rapidly. This is the thought that the doctor had put in his head. She said, this is what happens. Don't touch him. There's nothing we could do. Just don't touch it so it doesn't spread. And that pissed me off. And I can't stand that his mother listens to the doctor. Doctor didn't know how to take his poison ivy away. He got poison sumac on his face, and she took him to the doctor. For some reason, she should have just listened to me. Listen to this. Listen, if you get poison ivy, poison sumac, this is urushiol oil. This stuff can be washed out of your skin. There's something called Tecnu, Tecnu, that you can pay $16 or whatever, and go get that from Walmart, and that'll wash it out real good. Or you could use clay from the beach. But you should bake it first and do the steps that I've just told you about. But anyway, the molluscum pox, I put freaking clay on it, just like you see on my face, and let it dry. And this is what happened. It sucked out, like a vacuum. It sucked out the pus. And then whenever my son wiped off the dirt, then it fell down into the grass. And then we put tallow on it. And we treated it with tallow for some days. And the wound is totally healed. It looks good. It looks good. The virus is still there, living in, the top layer of his skin. I'm working on that, though. I'm working on it. My aunts told me to try to treat it with alcohol, because alcohol just dries stuff out, and that it might just dry it right out. Anyway, I don't know. I haven't done my research on alcohol like that yet. But, oh yeah, so there is no fear of, popping it and it spreading everywhere now. It's gone. Turns out that when you go to freaking doctor school or whatever they call it, they don't tell you about clay. You got to go to the beach and figure that one out yourself. And then I put it on my face like this. Now, I don't do this often. Now, what happens when you put it on your face, like I told you, it just sucks. It's got a powerful negative charge. It dries and sucks out anything with a positive charge in your skin, okay? So I did that. Second time I did that to my face. Oh, wait. Oh, my point in saying that was that when it comes off your face, it's going to be red. It's going to look sunburned. But that's just because the blood was brought to the surface, which is really cool. If you did put it over a wound, by forcing the blood there, you're calling white blood cells to come and investigate and begin to heal the body. But I put it on my face, and then I'm applying tallow. And I was doing this experiment where I want to remove my blackheads because I had bad anxiety all my teen years. And you'll see this in my videos, I just have my face is pitted, bad acne for a long time. So when I started to learn about clay and tallow, I was like, I wonder if I can reconstruct my face. So the clay, in theory, would suck the blackheads out of my pores. And then I just have to reconstruct my face from the bottom up. This way, yeah. No progress in reconstruction, however. Maybe the second or third time I did this, afterward I'm putting on the tallow, and then I look at my finger, and on my finger, I saw a white hair like that long. And I'm like, there is no way that's a hair. Why would there be a little white hair? And I look really closely, and it has a tail and it has a head, and I had successfully extracted the entire contents of at least one pore. I'm sure there were more that I didn't see the full contents of, but after the very first treatment, the blackheads on my nose were all drawn to the surface. Like legit drawn to the surface. And then from there, you can get a portion of it. But dude, these things are long. These things are way deep in our skin. So, but I don't know if I took a picture of it. I'll check to see if I took a picture of it. I think I tried to, but it didn't focus well. So if I have that, I'll post it here. But now you know. Why don't you go experiment with clay, brothers and sisters, to extract things from your skin? It's free. It works. Oh, I forgot to mention this. The doctor treated my son's poison sumac with a pill. And it's like, dude, it's in his skin and it needs to be rinsed out of his skin, and she gave him a pill. And his mother doesn't even question it. Get multiple opinions. Don't just trust doctors, brothers. Do you know what the word doctor means, by the way? It literally means teacher. Yeah, what are they teaching us? What do they teach? Are they doctors? They're not. It's not a doctor if they're not teaching you. I mean, that's just a technically true thing. A doctor is literally a teacher. You know what you run into when you go into a school? A whole bunch of doctors. It's like every adult who works in a school almost all of them are doctors. And then you go into a hospital and literally no one is a doctor. Okay. That's all for now, my friends. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Okay, so I just rubbed it off, and then I rinsed my face with a, hot water. And now here's my luxurious cream that I made. It's a tallow base. Oh gosh, that's awesome. It's refrigerated. My face is hot, and this stuff was refrigerated. It's awesome. Okay, so it's tallow as the base. It's got a bit of olive oil in it. 5-to-1 ratio with pine resin. You know where to get pine resin? From a wounded tree. We have this wounded pine tree that's just pouring the stuff out. Anyway, it's also mixed with a little bit of olive oil, which helps it with penetration. I put this together and thinking of reconstructing my face, and then the resurrection happened. It happens every day, but the day, a Pascha they call it, and a ton of Portuguese men of war were washed ashore, and I said, "Ooh, opportunity to collect rare thing," and I collected like 9 of them or something like that, 19, 11, maybe 12. And I cut off their pneumatophores, which is the top part, and I discarded of the venomous bit. And I put it in a fresh saline solution, and I chopped it up with scissors, and then let it sit, and I extracted the blue protein from it, which makes it UV resistant. And then, since I'm so silly. It's not silly. It was a good idea. It's just doesn't work. It just doesn't work like I want it to. But since I was trying to reconstruct, my skin, I was thinking, what if I can weave this protein permanently into my skin and become UV resistant? It's a cool idea, right? It don't work like that though. But I do have. Dang it! Stop pouring shit out, Julian. But I have this stuff, which is UV resistant. That's pretty cool. So what I did, since it was salt water, it was in salt water, and then tallow is oil. I had it in this jar. I need to pick up what I dropped. I need to go back. This is precious, dude. Where else can you find a fucking balm that'll protect you from UV using rendered Portuguese man-o-war proteins? Only at Julian's house. It could be your house too. Anyway, I got the ratio good. It's not super oily. It goes on light. Oh, you know what? I need to remember that I have more skin. This is what needs the UV protection. Alright, that's all. Wanted to share this little routine with y'all. I don't do it every day. I don't do it every other day. Honestly, with this, yeah, I actually put this, I just rub it in to my pores and on my face every day when I get out the shower. Tallow is awesome. It just seals my face. My face needs to be sealed if I want the skin to be restored. Can't have more crap going in. And the thing with tallow is that it blends in really nicely with our skin. It seals the pores, but also since it is so similar to our skin, The skin can still breathe. It's not like petroleum jelly. Okay. Goodbye.